Good afternoon and welcome back to the Tuttle Group Radio Hour. I am your host, Andy Tuttle, and I want to bring on another lady that I thought for this segment we could add in. Her name is Dr. Kate Naumes, and she owns a company called Hollistic Wellness. She actually helps women that want to start families, but she's not just a fertility doctor. She helps them with nutrition and lifestyle wellness choices, and I think it would be perfect to bring her on and talk about this. My wife, we tried for 2 years.
Okay.
And so we did a lot of, we tried all the stuff, and we were like going to the doctor, and then we ended up going to a very nice fertility doctor who helped us a lot. We did the minimum, we only had to go to the minimum Clomid? Clomid.
Uh-huh.
Clomid, we did that, and then we, trial stuff, and I think we were at two months.
Okay.
And because we had a miscarriage too.
Sorry.
And we are very sorry too. It happened long ago enough, but we have a beautiful baby boy now, so it's one of those things.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. But a hard walk there. But I know women have a lot harder work. Families have even a harder walk these days. And it seems like it's getting worse. I'd like to get your take on why that is, Dr. Kate, when we come back. So stick around. Welcome back. You are listening to the Tuttle Group Radio Hour. I am your host, Andy Tuttle. We're here with Dr. Kate Naumes of Hollistic Wellness. The challenge people are having today, including myself and my family before we had our beautiful boy, about getting pregnant. I feel like everybody I talk to is having problems. What's the deal?
Yeah, it definitely feels like that. And people are talking about it more maybe, so that might be part of why it feels like that. But also women are waiting later to have their first baby. And that does increase the chance of not getting pregnant quickly or not getting pregnant at all or having more miscarriages or having more pregnancy complications if we wait too long.
So you are... Go ahead.
Hey, Andy, can I jump in for just a second?
Please.
Of course. Because same with my wife and I, we were married 7 years before we had our son. But I also, you brought up a great point. It's obviously being talked a lot more about now, so maybe that's part of it. But how do you feel like our overall kind of dip in quality of food, in the nutrition, in our eating habits? Do you feel like there's a correlation there between that and people having a harder time getting pregnant or carrying the pregnancy to term or whatnot?
That's a great question. Well, I spend a lot of time talking about nutrition with my clients because good nutrition impacts both male and female fertility. So with women, good nutrition can affect their ability to ovulate, whether they have successful implantation, which is when an egg gets fertilized, but it doesn't necessarily implant into the uterus. It can affect the quality of the eggs that she has left. And then for men, nutrition affects sperm quality, count, motility. So it has a huge impact. But I don't know if it's that we're eating worse now in the standard American diet or also that our food is full of herbicides and pesticides. But I think all of those things can have an impact.
Okay, so we've got food issues here. We know already America's war on obesity and some of all the processed stuff. And there was a great book, The Omnivore's Dilemma, that came out a few years ago, and about all the corn we eat and everything. But then there's not just food, right? So there's great things to do that. And Jimmy and I know we just talked about that and some of the ways to just kind of keep your nutrition up. And remember, you can go to andytuttle.com/fit for those kind of tips and products and foods to make sure you're keeping healthy. But also, Dr. Kate, what's your opinion about the stress level at work these days and how that affects fertility?
Yeah, that's a tough one. And I do think that stress directly impacts fertility. We know it delays ovulation if women are very stressed, and then that makes timing sex harder to get pregnant. But also then when you're trying to get pregnant, there's that constant feedback of, I didn't get pregnant this month, I'm more stressed. And then when you're working 50 hours a week and your partner is working 50 hours a week, and it's just a totally overwhelming situation. There's barely even time to make love, which is kind of necessary.
Kind of. It's one of those little details that you need. It's weird how that works. It's not just for fun. There's actually a baby that could happen if you do that. So, okay. So Dr. Kate, so you are, you have you own a company called Hollistic Wellness, and you have a unique niche even within the practice of fertility, right?
Yeah.
So you have a niche even with there. Tell us a little bit about that.
Right. So my practice is holistic reproductive medicine, meaning holistic healthcare in the reproductive years, focused on preconception care and fertility.
Okay.
Yeah.
So preconception care and fertility.
Right. Preconception, optimizing health prior to conceiving, and then fertility, which is a couple already knows they're infertile and they want help getting pregnant.
Okay, got it. So you're being very proactive on this. You're trying to be proactive too. So like, hey, look,
Yes.
maybe you already know your phone, maybe not. Here's a way, even if before even maybe trying.
Yes.
Like get in here. Here's what you can do. Some things.
Exactly.
Okay.
I wish every couple when they got engaged would come and see me while they were, planning their wedding. I would love that.
That would be great, right? You would love it. It'd be good. So if you haven't been married yet and you're engaged right now,
Yeah,
you're listening to
come
this.
see me.
Go see Dr. Kate. Now remember, you can go to andytuttle.com to get the link to all Dr. Kate's stuff. But Dr. Kate, where can they see you directly? What's the website for you?
drkatedallas.com.
Easy enough. Dr. Kate with a K.
Yes.
Dallas.com.
And it's DR.
DR, yes, not spelled out, but DR. KateDallas.com. They can find everything about you and your business. So, hey, Jimmy, do you have any final questions for Dr. Kate?
I do. I love the fact that we've been so nutrition-centric in this conversation. But just hearing, what can you do to optimize that beforehand? How much do you talk to your patients about physical activity and their exercise? And not even just, I think, I'm obviously a big fan of traditional exercise, but just an active lifestyle of some kind. How much does that play a role?
Every single visit. We talk about it at every single visit because it plays a huge role. Yeah. I would never miss asking them about that. Yep.
That's good. So what is the final question for you, Dr. Kate? So biggest challenge you see, and when people come to you, what are they coming to you with as far as what's their biggest challenge, and what typically the most common advice that you're giving them about how to either get their mindset right about getting pregnant or just some of these things we just talked about the focus and the things they need to do to help them be fertile?
Right. The biggest challenge is kind of a two-part answer. One is that polycystic ovarian syndrome is by far the number one cause of infertility in this country. So that's kind of a huge focus. But the biggest challenge is helping couples to not feel so devastated by the process and helping them understand that we can help get their bodies healthy, and most likely it will end in a really healthy pregnancy. So often it's the mind game, really. The nutrition, supplements, exercise, sleep, that's the straightforward part.
Right. And then getting in their mind to not get so, because the mind's a powerful thing.
Right. And you can do a lot of self-defeating behaviors at that time.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So Dr. Kate, wonderful stuff. Now, look, this is a big deal to me, obviously, because we've gone through this, and it's such a big deal for so many people. So appreciate what you're doing. And, of course, Jimmy, this guy, I don't know, they do everything the hard way. They had a 12-day birth. They wanted it so natural. They were pregnant for 2.5 years. They're on the other side of the spectrum. But for everyone else, if you are, if this is something that's curious, you want to find out more about, and maybe you haven't been getting the answers you want or don't feel like you've been taken care of and been appreciated and kind of had that warm touch that is so important in this part of your life, go to Dr. Kate Dallas, drkatedallas.com, or go to my site, and of course we'll have all these links and everything for you. Okay? Thank you so much, Dr. Kate.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Coach Jimmy.
Of course. Anytime, Andy.
He was going to hang up on me because I made fun of him, and I didn't mean to because I love him so much, and I respect what they do so much.
No, I'm here for you, buddy.
I know you are. Coming up, we're going to talk to Chris Oleg of Oleg Group Realty. There's a lot going on this summer. The market is so hot, but there's so many tough things that are happening because of it. So we'll tell you some of the pitfalls to watch out for and how to capitalize this summer. So stick around.